To her friends and household, ArlÃ Agneroh has it all. So, almost. She is success, educated man and appealing. They urge her a lead, she coaches entrepreneurs and giving private growth learning for a residing. The just item she's lacking, they tell, is a man. Newly, thing happened to recall her affair. How lot public blood pressure down there is for youthful human beings in the more democratic Republic of Congo to get marital. On a deceased summer afternoon, the 33-year-old was guest to yet else boyfriend's marriage in the Equity, Kinshasa, one of 30 invitations she had acquired in How Year 1. As is overall in Congolese weddings, guests guessed by the fiancé wore clothing in overlapping patterns. Time the bridegroom's side wore a various styling. For the right, Ms. Agneroh sat following to her nice boyfriend, Jean-Félix Mwamba Ngandu. Innocently, a reciprocal boyfriend took a image of them meeting party by party at the marriage. He later located the image on Facebook. 5 protocol after, his telephone was hum. He begun amusing. Which's event? Ms. Agneroh remembers request. Everyone thinks you two got marital, came the answer. At the period, the two friends found it funny, so to hold the history departure, they solved to present for a other image, the period meeting in the thrones restrained for the marital pair. The period, they waited a few several hours following dividing the picture on else boyfriend's Facebook web page up check the response. While I woke up the following night, I had, out of exaggeration, several 100 skip telephone call, WhatsApp and Facebook messages, Ms. Agneroh told. Several were of human beings I refuged to speak to in 10, though 15 year. I don't aware how these human beings though got my quantity. Severely, while I say on my job projects, I never get the type of response, Ms. Agneroh told. The is the fact we dwell in and I saw it obviously on how date. It done me a bit sad since you achieve a specific standard wherever you are lucky, but community pushes you to believe you are unfinished. In these times of counterfeit news story, human beings trust all they see on the internet, he told. Addition, how he requested to do human beings believe more than thoroughly on which they see and recite on public print. He's a culture item too much. There in Kinshasa everyone knows on yours private lifetime and he's got worst in public print, he told. Occasionally he's interesting but it can as well be detrimental. One day the couple begun receive messages of friends overseas proverb they were planner to fly behind to Kinshasa for the marriage, Ms. Agneroh solved quite was quite and show the true on her Facebook web page. In a long position she said friends and acquaintances, these image saw 2 youthful human beings photographed by their friends, in no commentary or hint to wedding but house which you all chose to construe out of the request any questions, thou ve share the image, creation yours own slight history. Thanks to thou, I've begun compiling a listing of guests for my marriage. Yet for currently, such who've requested to tempt me and but were ever frightened, there's my communication, I'm yet on the marketplace but not concentrated on conclusion a man. So be patient. The class to find out is believe up you act and see for background. A image himself is never the complete history. You may as well be concerned in a mainly Roman Catholic nation wherever lot female are yet restricted to the domestic, wedding is wide seen as a required rites of passageway. About 40% of girls in the nation wed up the age of 18, on to UNICEF's newest figures. The by the government outlawed kid wedding in 2017 but how is not quite to end the experience. There, human beings believe wedding is a bless, told Ms. Agneroh. Thou can be date who for just 2 months and already same will be speaking on wedding. And it plant in a lot of girls. Several human beings get marital just to get job, since it opening doors. For entertainment, Mr. Mwamba Ngandu went as far as creation and on the internet clubhouse for solitary human beings through DR Congo, that now has about 100 members. Time it was made in joke, he says the domestic clubhouse for solitary human beings makes an essential spot on unjust consumer expectations. though if he's a regular portion of lifetime to be solitary, a lot human beings discover it really hard and afflict of public blood pressure. In lot recovery churches, on to Mr. Mwema and Gandu, preachers say on the solitary ghost as although human beings populated by an wrong ghost of celibate necessary to view the lighting and get marital. Ms. Agneroh says she is not versus wedding per se, and would love to get marital while the period is order. But she disagrees how wedding equals joy. She is confident how more than female are start to believe love her, and is already a pattern for several of the junior girls in Kinshasa. I pay high school charges for 2 youthful girls, friends of friends. Their parents stopped profitable for their formation since they told they should discover a man to pay in. So they came to me instead of. As for Mr. Mwema and Gandu, he announced a few weeks ago how he was formally walking downward of his part as CEO of the domestic clubhouse for solitary human beings. Sames met who?